everyone, this is Chris. Thank you for joining me. So in today's video, we are going to do some painting, very easy painting, and we're going to do candle holders, for example, but not only. These are just normal glasses that we're going to paint with acrylic paint, and you'll see that you can use other kinds of paints. It's really easy and it's cheap to do. And of course, it's not only for candles, but you could put pencils in here. You could put maybe flowers. You could put a plant. It's very summery. It's nice. I love candles. This is why I love doing candle holders, but it gives always a very nice atmosphere. It's good for the indoors or outdoors as well. Even though when it's raining, I would protect them and put them not under the rain directly, but it's really fun to do. And you have, of course, a pineapple in the middle, you have a kiwi on the right, and you have a watermelon here on the left. And I hope you'll enjoy this video. So let's go straight to it, and I'll be back in just a second. So here's what you will need for this project. You're going to need obviously some glasses, and I've tried to take this rounded shape. If you can find some more rounded, I think it would look even nicer, but that's the kind of glass that I have found. I will also use acrylic paint. You can also use spray paint. It would go faster because it's going to dry faster, so that's totally optional. And of course a paintbrush and a bucket of water. And what I'm also going to use are these markers. You could use acrylic paint, but I have these and I decided that I was going to use them because all of them has not been used yet and I had them for a while. These are some Sharpies that I have found on Amazon, and they are oil paints. So you can paint easily on glass, and if you want to take that away, you just need to use some alcohol, or you can use, depending on the brands, you can also use some acetone to take it away if you want to change your decoration when summer is over and you want to change for something different. This is what I like about this project, because if you want to keep it for next year, you can use other types of paints like glass paints and cook them, for example. But what I like to do, and if you don't have a lot of space in your room or in your house, what is nice with this decoration is that you can take everything off. You keep the glasses for another decoration if you wish. So I'm going to go that way, but again, you can use many products for permanent permanent paint. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to use the, I'm going to do the yellow ones. I'm being generous with the acrylic, and I'm going to paint the entire glass. So I'm going directly, not putting any water. Again, if you use a spray paint, that would go very fast. And I'm only going to do this on the inside of the glass, not on the outside. Just because it's going to be glossy. You could do that on the outside depending on what you want to put inside. You could put a varnish too to make it, because otherwise I'm going to use these as candle holders. So I'm just going to put some candles in here. But if you wanted to use these for maybe putting your pencils, a pencil holder, or anything else, I would put a varnish on top of the paint, and you see it goes very quickly. I would use a varnish to avoid the paint to chip, because it's not going to stay there very long. If you put crayons, markers, you could put also maybe makeup items in here. And if you use, depending again on the brand of acrylic that you're going to use, you might want to go for maybe 2 to 3 layers, depending if it's really opaque or not. This one has a rather good coverage, but I do believe that I'm going to have to do a second layer to really make it look nice. So I'm going to let this one dry. I'm going to keep on, and I'm going up to the edge here, as you can see, but it's really nice. And so easy and so cheap. You might already have the glasses home. So for the next one, it's going to be as easy. I'm going to paint it all in green. And I am not even going to wait for this to dry. I'm just going to show you. On the other one, this one is makes bubbles. I need to mix that very well. That's the medium. If it happens to you, it's just because of the medium inside. Especially right now, it happens sometimes when it's cold or when it's really hot. The medium spreads out from the paint. Just mix them well. And we're going to do the exact same thing for this other project, all in green. That will be the last one that will be a bit, not difficult, but a bit different. We're going to do 3 layers of colors. This one is really going to be simple. All right. And again, because it's pretty from the outside, but as you can see in the inside, it would need another layer because I want this to be nice from the outside and from the inside. So I would put at least another coat of paint. This one seems to be a little more liquidy. And without even letting it dry, what we can already do, and we can also do that on the yellow, I'm going to take one of my pen markers here, and for this one I'm going to use white, and I'm going to use black for the kiwi. I'm going to start with the green glass. And I really found that it was really nice on Pinterest, and I thought it was really good, so I'm just going to do it again. So this is my white marker, and I'm just going to mark a line here. I need to prepare this one a little bit more. Let me see, it seems to be good now. All right. Again, you could do this with a paintbrush. And I'm just going to mark a line here all around my glass. If you make any mistake, you can take it off very quickly with a tissue or like I'm doing with my fingers. And I'm going to make it a little bigger actually. I'm going to go up to the rim of the glass, just because I think you'll see it better also. I don't know what's the temperature right now where you live, at least in the north atmosphere, but it's so hot. It is hot, but hey, I'm not going to complain. I love heat. So this paint is going to dry really quickly. That's one good thing. And I'm trying to make something nice, you know, try to be even. All right, keep on doing this all around. If you want to fast forward, please do so, but it doesn't take that much time. Okay, we had up to 46 degrees Celsius, which is quite a lot here. 46, it's really high. All right, and now what I'm going to do is just do in another way, the other direction. I'm going to do a few marks like this. Some shorter, some longer. Trying not to put my fingers in the way. And another one here. And a shorter there. Where is my other one? And another one here. Okay, that'll do. Okay, this one is a bit short. I want to make that one a little longer. It's already drying. At least these oil paints dry very quickly. You can scratch them also with an X-Acto knife. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black marker Oh, that one is good. And I'm just going to do a few dots here and there, all around, randomly right along and outside the strips that I've just made to make it really, look like a kiwi. The little black spots, the seeds you find in there. So easy. And if you want to do this with a paintbrush, you could also use a fine Q-tip to do that with black acrylic paint. And I'm trying to not be even. That's what the fun part is. You could do this with your kids too. They could do the inside painting or the outside. And that's going to be it. That one is going to be really fast. And I love kiwis. And that's it. Again, I would put another coat. As you can see, the inside is not so neat, but on the outside is already quite nice actually. But another little coat would be even better. I like to have something nice. Even if it's for myself, or you could maybe sell these. I still want this to be nice. Maybe a few more like that, not too many. And that's it. That's your kiwi glass. Again, if you want to put something inside, like water and put a plant in it, I would varnish it with some good varnish, and that would do the trick. Now for the yellow one. Again, this is not dry yet, but that's totally fine. And I'm going to use my black marker. You could also use a brown marker for this, for our pineapple. Since it's not dry, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be able to draw on the outside of my glass, and I'm just going to do a few things like this. Because everybody's going to recognize this as being a pineapple, and the shape of my glass is going to help too. Let me take that one off. It's not totally nice. Okay. Let's see. That's much better. I think I'll have to do that one again, but that's okay. And you're just going to do this all around your glass. Can be easier, really. Prefer to do it in that direction. Let me see. And I'm going to put this outside on my outside table at night. I love candles. It always gives a very nice, atmosphere when you have some friends over. Or when you stargaze. I love stargazing. And that's it. You've got yourself a pineapple. Can't be quicker than that, honestly. Again, another layer inside, and that'll be good. And then I can put quite a tall candle in here. Now for this third glass, I have it here. I'm going to use red acrylic. I love this brand. It's Liquid Text. It's one of my favorite with basics. This one is really thick. Let me clean my brush here. Okay, and I'm again using it directly without any water. I don't want to thin it down. And that I'm going to have a really good coverage. And I'm not going all the way up to the top here. I'm going to leave like 1/2 inch or 2 centimeters because I'm going to use 2 other colors on top to go up to the rim. We're going to be using some white and then some green. So I'm going to finish up my glass. I think you got the gist here, and I'll come back for the 2 other layers. So see you in a minute. All right, so I'm almost done, and as you can see, I didn't go all the way up. The paint is not dry yet, so I can easily use a tissue paper and kind of try to make it even if you can. It's not absolutely perfect, but while it's still wet, what I'm going to do is try to take the extra paint off like this. You could also use, again, a Q-tip for this. And when it's dry, just use an X-Acto knife. Just going like this everywhere. Starts to be much better now. As you can see here, it's not perfect, so I'm going to try to take that extra line off. So take your time. Not bad. Maybe here a little bit to make it really look nice. Then I would put a second coat out here. I need to take that one off a bit better. And this part here too. Okay, so now I'm going to let this dry before applying the white just above, a little bit of white paint, and then we'll finish it up with some green up to the rim. So see you in a minute. Okay, so this layer has dried, so now my paint is almost completely dry. It's going to be enough for me. I'm going to put now a second layer of paint, but this time we're going to use white. So I'm just going to put a little bit of white on my paper here. And I've changed to a smaller paintbrush. You could use your markers if you feel more comfortable. And we're just going to make a little line of white just above the red. It doesn't have to be too thick, but something that looks, you know, kind of realistic. And if your paint is not enough opaque, again, you can come a second time and put a second layer on top. So I'm going to do this all around my glass. I'm going to finish it up, and I'll be back for the green as soon as the white paint is dry. Alright, so I'm finished with these two layers already. It's dried, and I've tried to heat it up a little bit with a hair dryer to make it dry just a little quicker. And I'm going to use a darker grain for this part because in natural life it's darker. It's not the same lime green as this one for this fruit. And I'm going to use the same paintbrush, and I'm going to do now my last layer, and I'm going to go up to the rim. It's going to be easier this way. And it's another brand. It's Amsterdam, which is also a very good brand. So you can match all your colors, all your paints, I mean. It's really not an issue. Let me try to do it this way. Just think it's easier when I do it downwards, but it's okay just for the sake of the camera. And I think this green is quite good. We could also use a little bit of black probably in the middle as well. Could have used another color. So again, I'm going to do this all around, as you can see, and I'll be back when this is finished. I don't even have to wait before it dries to finish off my glass, and we will have our 3 decorated glass for this summer. So see you in a second. Alright, so my paint is done, and this is what it looks like. So you've got the 3 layers, and now to really finish it up, we are going to paint the seeds. So they're like teardrops, but they're upside down. And I'm going to use the same markers again. And you can make some, let me see if I am straight under the camera. And you can make them as small or as big as you wish. Sometimes there's some tiny in there. Sometimes there's some bigger. And that's going to be about it. And you're going to do this all around with a little pointy bits here and there. I'm going to do a bigger one down here. Color it in. And maybe a bit some more here towards this part. So, you know, people are going to recognize it, but it doesn't have to be exact either. And it doesn't, again, it doesn't have to be completely dry since we are just painting on the outside. There you go. And you're going to do this everywhere. And you will have your 3 decorations. I'm going to stop here just for now, and I'm going to show all the 3 glasses that we just did. So we had this one here, the kiwi, that I just think is gorgeous, and I love this bright color. We have this one here that I also like because you can recognize it very, very easily. You could put maybe a little drop here, a little bit of white in the middle or on the side a little bit to make it a bit more realistic. But honestly, it's good enough for being a candle holder. And I'm also going to show you the pineapple, which also is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if it's completely dry yet, but look at these. Aren't they nice? And they can hold about anything that you wish to put. And it's really up to date. It's really fashion right now. All these, you know, very bright colors and summery colors, beachy things and beachy themes. So I hope you really liked this tutorial because it's easy, it's quickly done, it's not expensive. I'm sure you already have acrylic colors and acrylic paint. And well, if you don't have the Sharpies, just use a paintbrush and do the white spots and all what we have done here exactly the same way. So please give me some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button. Leave some comments or just come and say hello. And also share on social medias. Thank you so much. Take care and see you soon.